Blake Lively is out here promoting Another Simple Favor, and she's also addressing her lawsuit with Justin Baldoni. We're also going to be talking about Ryan Reynolds apparently unfollowing Travis Kelce, and some other things that have been going on this week, like Paige from Tana and Brooke's friend group getting called out, and also Chris Olsen responding to his ex-boyfriend. It's a whole thing, and we're going to get into all of it. Hey guys, it's Christy and welcome back to the Weekly Teacap. Let's just kick things off with one of the first stories that I've seen this week, and this kind of started last weekend, but Chris Olsen's ex-boyfriend Patrick Johnson came out on TikTok to say a little something that people were pretty positive was about Chris. He posted on TikTok saying, "When you realize your ex completely exploited you for relationship views and used your relationship for engagement, yet you had real feelings and treated him better than he's ever been treated before. Thank God I'm over his attention-seeking butt." So obviously Patrick was feeling like his ex was only really with him because he got a lot of views when he posted them as a couple, whereas Patrick is saying he had real true feelings for his ex. Now, people were pretty positive he was talking about Chris Olsen because he went on to post a follow-up video where he described him and said ex going to the Eras tour together in Argentina, and Chris and Patrick were in Argentina at the Eras show together when they were dating. And Patrick said this was the first night that Taylor ever said Karma is the guy on the Chiefs, which if you don't know anything about Taylor, this was her making a reference to Travis Kelce during her tour. Patrick says that him and his ex actually left the concert early. Karma is the last song, so they headed out early. When they got back to the hotel, they saw that she had said this, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, Taylor said this tonight," and apparently the boyfriend was like, "I don't care," but then proceeded to make a TikTok about it, pretending to have witnessed it themselves. And of course, the internet sleuths went around and they were like, "Oh, well, Chris did actually post a TikTok in a hotel bathroom saying that he witnessed this line." And it turned into a whole drama because then people were like, wait, does this mean that Chris Olsen is a fake Taylor Swift fan? Which I don't think so. I don't think him leaving the concert early and like also pretending to have heard this line makes him a fake Taylor Swift fan, because there are a ton of fans that leave a concert early, and also people did know that he attended, so they were probably going to be like, "Oh my gosh, like what did you think?" And if he said, "Oh, I didn't see it, I left early," then people probably would have hated on him for that. So maybe that's why he pretended to hear it, I don't know. But also, this wasn't the only Eras Tour concert that Chris went to. He literally went to so many, and those tours are not cheap. I just don't think that he was a fake fan, but he was getting a lot of backlash from everything that was being said about him by his ex. And Chris did end up coming online to address the situation, basically trying to say that if you don't like him, he's not trying to prove anything to you.
I learned really early on in childhood and in my early teenage years that apologizing and taking accountability and just figuring out what I did wrong was way easier than admitting to myself that maybe someone else just wanted to hurt me. So what I'm not going to do right now is get on here and apologize and hold myself accountable and defend myself to try to win people back who heard a story where I was 100% evil and the other person was 100% good and believed it immediately. That's not true for any story. Even when someone else has very directly hurt me, I still know there are ways that I must have been in the wrong as well. If someone hears a story about you that lacks nuance and they're not interested in hearing your side, they never liked you to begin with. There is no point in trying to change their minds. I don't want you to like me, because I don't like you. I don't want you to watch my content. I wish you wouldn't engage with my content. I wish you would stop talking about me. I'm sorry if I keep showing up on your For You page and you can't escape me because I'm good at my job. But you can't arrest me for that. And let's say, based on a recent story that was told on the internet, I didn't have a side to tell because the other side was just 100% true. I wish that was the worst thing that happened to me in a relationship.
So that was the whole Chris Olsen drama with him responding to his ex. But speaking of responses, the Canceled podcast got a response on one of their recent videos. And well, Paige, who is friends with Tana and Brooke and is sometimes on the podcast, has not been getting the best reactions online. So of course, it was recently festival season, and Tana, Brooke, and Paige sat down to look through Instagram and judge people's outfits. And Leah from Love Island was at the festivals, and they were going through her Instagram pictures, judging her outfits, and Paige just didn't think that it was creative enough. They thought the outfit was cute, but Paige just thought she could have accessorized more.
I love it. Although, did she wear those shoes to Coachella?
That's
like actually at the festival.
Good for her. Like
she
walking through
me.
the grass. I know she was sinking.
No, but I love like You can say it's boring. I don't care. I love it.
It's so boring.
I absolutely love the dress. Like, I think the dress is beautiful. I would have loved it with like a grungier set of accessories and shoes.
But what? She's not grungy.
No, but she'll go streetwear sometimes. She really will. Like, I would have, or even just Coachella-ficated it a little.
That's
just
what
a little
I was
bit.
gonna say. Like, the outfit's cute. Like, it's not a bad outfit by any means, but like for Coachella, I wish she did a little something more.
Like, even just like a studded shoulder bag, right? Like, even just like, or like a fun heeled
even
booty.
just, or like cool jewelry, something to spice it up a little.
Yeah, I think she just like, I guess I'm looking at her and I'm like, she's the outfit.
And well, Leah actually ended up seeing a clip of the girls talking about her outfit, specifically Paige, and commented on a TikTok and said, 1, who even is that girl? Ha ha ha. 2, I don't think she wants to hear my opinion on her outfits. People then went to go attack Paige for her opinion on Leah. I don't think that Paige's opinion was that harsh, but obviously when you're criticizing people's outfits, their followers are going to flock to, you know, give their opinions on you. And I just kind of feel like that is the territory that comes with making a video, like judging people's outfits and red carpet looks and things like that. And I don't think they meant it personal either. I don't think she was trying to say like, oh, I hate her outfit, I hate her. Wasn't like that, but it turned into a whole situation. Obviously, Leah wasn't happy, so her fans weren't going to be happy, and Paige ended up addressing this on TikTok.
Send the flood. Send the flood. Because a lot of you guys are acting like I sat down and got on that microphone and made it my main goal to just totally disembowel poor Leah Katab's character. Like, I sat there and I was just shooting to kill with my words, which could not be further from the truth. Just because I said a dress is boring does not change my opinion about her and her character and who she is as a person. I loved her on Love Island. I think she's hilarious. I think she's great. She's gorgeous. She's entertaining. The dress was boring. My bad. I truly didn't know, sitting down doing a Coachella outfit review, that saying a dress was boring was going to cause mass hysteria to this extent. God smite me. I learned my lesson. I also learned today that it wasn't actually her Coachella outfit. It was her pre-Coachella outfit, if that changes anything.
I wonder if they will be doing a similar video for the Met Gala, because the Met Gala is on Monday. It's like Coachella and the Met Gala. Always feels like there's a lot of drama around those times, and it's interesting that James Charles is getting talked about a ton right now because I feel like it's always around the Met Gala for some reason. But anyway, let's move on. Let's get into this Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds situation. And what I'll say is Blake Lively and Ryan are not looking the best this week because Travis Kelce, who is dating Taylor Swift, has unfollowed Ryan Reynolds this week, which is telling to a lot of people. They're really analyzing the situation because Taylor is best friends with Blake Lively. And as we have heard, if you've followed this case along, that Taylor's name has been mentioned in sprinkled here and there in conversation in this lawsuit because she apparently came to Ryan and Blake's penthouse at a time where Justin Baldoni was there having a meeting with them, and her name has just been in the lawsuit. It's been mentioned. And so to see that Taylor's boyfriend Travis has unfollowed Ryan, a lot of people are like, did they get into it? Or, you know, is he just upset on Taylor's behalf because they're bringing her into this situation? She doesn't need to be a part of this type of drama. According to Daily Mail, that is what they're saying. A source is saying, but obviously take with a grain of salt because we don't know for sure. But apparently a source also tells Daily Mail that Travis unfollowed Ryan because he is fed up with the whole drama. It's not just about the spectacle of it all. Travis is concerned that he could potentially be questioned too, since he was with Taylor as some of this was going down. Page 6 is also reporting on this, writing, so why did Travis hit unfollow? According to Page 6, it's due to Blake's messy legal nightmare. And you guys, Ryan Reynolds was confronted about this week, and he was ignoring it, of course. It was just uncomfortable because he wasn't about to answer, but he was probably just like, what the, when he was being asked this.
What happened with Travis Kelce? Are you guys good? Are you guys friends?
Ryan, can I have a
How
selfie?
come he unfollowed you? How come Travis Kelce unfollowed you?
So freaking uncomfortable to watch that. But this wasn't the only uncomfortable thing that we have had to see this week, because another Simple Favor is getting promoted a ton as it has been released on Amazon Prime, starring Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively, and the two of them have had to do promo together for the movie. And there's been all this chatter about Anna and Blake not getting along, so the fact that the two of them have to sit down and do press and promo together, it's obviously a little cringy. I will say I did find this video interesting that the two of them were making mocktail martinis together, because I know it's probably taking everything inside of Blake Lively to not promote Ryan Reynolds' gin brand this time around. Last time she was promoting Simple Favor, she was promoting the heck out of his gin brand, even getting a reporter to drink alongside with her. So for them to be making mocktails this time, she probably knew, hopefully knew, that it was best that she does not market any of her companies or her husband's companies while she is promoting this movie. Now, the other thing about Another Simple Favor is that those that have watched the movie feel like there was shade added in at Justin Baldoni in this movie. There is this scene where Blake is talking about, suing Anna Kendrick in the movie. Their characters are joking about this, and she says a comment about suing her into oblivion, which is something that Justin Baldoni's lawyer has said about Blake Lively, that he's going to sue her into oblivion. And people feel like because Blake's back is turned in the scene, she had to dub in those lines, and that they kind of edited it last minute to poke fun at Justin Baldoni's lawyer. And Paul Feig, who is the director of this film, has been publicly speaking out for Blake Lively, defending her, and I could see him throwing it in there as a little shade to Justin. Also editing this, and just want to say shout out Zach Peter, because he's the one that made this little discovery. At least I saw it from him, so I want to play his TikTok of this.
Don't come, I'm gonna have to sue you into oblivion for using my name and likeness without my express written consent. Don't try me, Bubba. Love you.
Now, if you notice, this is said while her back is turned, which tells us this probably wasn't in the original script, and that this was a voiceover add-on, because usually when an actor is this far away from the camera, they have to do voiceovers. So I'm pretty sure sue you into oblivion was something that, I don't know, maybe Paul Feig thought that it was funny. Now, even though the director Paul Feig wanted us to believe that she didn't take over the script, here's another little clue.
Lighten up, I am busting your balls.
Where have we heard ball busting? Blake never with teeth Lively seems to be back.
Now, I did think that it was pretty brave that Blake did go on late night this week. She went on Seth Meyers, and he did kind of ask her about the lawsuit. She couldn't say much, obviously, but this is what she had to say about the situation.
This year has been full of the highest highs and the lowest lows of my life, and I see so many women around afraid to speak, especially right now, afraid to share their experiences, and fear is by design. It's what keeps us silent, but I also acknowledge that many people don't have the opportunity to speak, so I do feel fortunate that I've been able to. And it's the women who have had the ability to use their voice that's kept me strong and helped me in my belief and my fight for the world to be safer for women and girls.
What an interesting time for her to do movie promo. It is just very interesting, because I did see a comment where someone was like, Blake is out here trying to say that everything that Justin said about her and his team said about her, everything that they planted in the press allegedly, has ruined her career. They have ruined her reputation. It's cost her jobs and things like that. But then people are like, okay, well, during all of this, though, she's been on SNL with her husband. She's come out with a movie. She's doing late night appearances. She's in Time magazine. So they're like, she hasn't actually lost anything. But I mean, I do think she's lost her reputation. But do I think that kind of came from her? Yes, I do think that had she had said, while they were doing promo for It Ends With Us, hey guys, I really missed the mark here on the promotion, it could have saved her so much. Because I do feel like that is what really tanked her reputation, was that people just didn't like the way she promoted It Ends With Us, and then it spiraled, because then when she was blaming Justin, everyone was like, no babe, it was you. And now it's just a mess. So that's what's been going on with Blake Lively. That is what has been said this week. I certainly want to know what you guys think about all of this. Travis unfollowing Ryan, what do you guys think that is about? Also about Chris Olsen and his ex, and then of course the whole canceled podcast drama. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye guys.